Sophie, Chandoka. Let's talk about it. Listen, the more I read about this entire Sentebale drama, and I get pissed because I'm like, why are people not seeing what we are seeing? Like, it's just so obvious this is a hostile takeover. They are trying by whichever means necessary to kick Prince Cecil and Prince Harry out of the founded charity. It is so obvious, and it takes a lot for me to be pissed and to be angry, but this woman is getting on my damn nerves. She's getting on my nerves. And I'm sorry, guys, I know there's always this saying, innocent till proven guilty, but to me, I don't care what anyone says, this woman is guilty. This woman is guilty. You cannot convince me otherwise. She is so fishy, and there's something about her that rubs me the wrong way, and I've seen a lot of the Sussex squad are saying this similar thing. Clearly, this woman has not been doing a good job at managing the funds, the Sentebale funds. That is one thing we agree. How dare you give $600,000? You pay $600,000 to have consultants come up with ideas to fundraise. $600,000. Do you know how much money that is? And mind you, the board did not approve that because you have like $1 million coming in, and this woman takes $600,000. Do you know how much money that is? Do you know how many lives that money can change? The kids that money could help, and for what? You're bringing in external consultants to come up with fundraising idea. I saw that and my blood, like, I was boiling because this woman. And it seems like she's purposely been told what to say, because if she's been attacking Harry, like she's not mentioning Harry's name. Even when you look at her statement, her pathetic statement, she's like being told what to say. It's like, oh, discrimination, oh, racism, because people who use the media and then they run to that media to act like victims, because she knows by doing that the masses are going to turn against Harry. You have trustees who stepped down. You have Prince Cecil who also resigned, and Harry and Prince Cecil backed the trustees by, also stepping down, because Sophie was so stubborn, she will not step down. And what? It's Harry who's getting a lot of heat. It's Harry. I've been on social media and I'm pissed. I've been fighting with derangers on social media, I'm not going to lie, because it's annoying. Why can't we just not see? And I'm telling you that William is behind this. William, you cannot convince me. He is behind this. He's hellbound on just destroying his brother. And the only way to destroy his brother is to go for things he's very passionate about, like the charities. Mind you, I think that this is also, when you're attacking your brother and you're sabotaging your brother, you're also, hurting your mom. May she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Harry is one of the, among the royal family members who's been, following the footsteps of Princess Diana. And he's been so happy doing that, because we know he has a big heart for people. He's always been vocal about bringing change to the world, changing the world. And that is something I love about him. I love so much about him and Meghan. And these people have gone through so much, and like I said in my video yesterday, they've endured so much and they're still strong. It takes so much courage, so much strength to continue being good, to continue changing lives, making a difference, when every single day you're attacked for it. It takes a lot of strength. And that's why I said God keeps these people strong, keeps them, because only they can fight these battles and come out winning, come out smiling. Any other person would have given up. Prince William is jealous because we know he has no achievements of his own. He's always been envious of Harry and Meghan, and now he's just coming to attack Harry, things he's passionate about. You don't believe it? He is going to the same TV show, the Jeremy Clarkson show. This man said vile things about Meghan, about her being paraded naked and her fecal matter, thrown at her. What? And you go to that show? This man is horrible. He's the devil reincarnated. Because Why would you go to a show, to a show that is, I mean, a man who is behind the show said vile things about your brother's wife? And I've lost hope. I don't think Harry has any intention of ever reconciling with William. Because why would you do that? Because if you say negative things about Meghan, you're also hurting Harry. When you say things about Harry, you're also hurting Meghan. And William, at this point, he's now like, he's not even hiding it anymore. He's not hiding it. He's just hellbound on seeing his brother hurt, like miserable. And I know in the name of Jesus, it's not going to happen, because they're going to keep rising, continue being strong. One thing I believe in is like, when you do good for the universe, when you keep radiating good energy, despite what challenges you face, despite what people say, how they bring you down, the universe will always radiate back. And I think that's why that with each other, they're in love with each other, because they draw strength from one another. It's like, hey, we got this, don't worry. They're saying that we got this. And you think you're destroying them by doing that. Actually, you're making them just stronger and stronger. So back to Sentebale discourse, right? Sentebale Trustee. Sophie Chandoka fundraising schemes went nowhere. This woman is shady. I cannot stand her. And I'm a girl's girl. I'm pro women. I'm pro, I'm a black woman. I love supporting other black women, black women. But the problem I have is, when you are wrong, let's hold you accountable. Stop playing the race card. Stop playing the discrimination card. Stop playing the misogyny card. You are accountable. Because when you look at every evidence that's coming out, and this is why I'm confident in due time the truth will prevail. The truth will come out. So slowly but sincerely, I believe the full story of what really went down at Sentebale will eventually come out. It's already starting to come out, and I'm grateful that Prince Harry, Prince Ciso, and now former trustees of Sentebale are starting to get the side of the story out. There are more reports, even in British outlets, about Sophie Chandauka'S gross mismanagement of Sentebale. And how completely bizarre it is that she refused to step down as chair and instead ran to the British tabloids and lobbed a lot of insults and veiled threats at Prince Harry in particular. And then Vanity's piece on the drama was mostly a rehash, but a source close to the situation told Vanity Fair that the trustees who resigned were concerned about financial mismanagement during Chandauka'S tenure, and that the relationship began to fray starting in December. That was just a couple of months after Harry's visit to Lesotho. So meanwhile, I was shocked to read this piece in the Times of London, written by royal reporter Kate Manzi. It shocked me because Manzi acknowledged that actually it speaks volumes that the board of trustees and the two royal patrons and co-founders had no faith in Chandoka, and they all resigned in protest of her. Manzi also published extensive comments from Dr. Kilelo Leroy, who was one of the trustees who resigned, and he's also Prince Ciso's cousin. So let me just look at this article and let's go some of the highlights of what he had to say. So comments from Dr. Kilelo Leroy. Oh my God, I'm butchering that name. Leroy, I'm sorry. So one man who is beyond baffled by the situation is Dr. Kilelo, one of the trustees who recently quit alongside Ciso and Harry, and who has been involved with the charity since its inception. Leroy is worried about the emotional well-being of both princes. In light of the events of the past few days, he says, I think given the commitment to the welfare of kids, they are torn apart of the thought of looking like they are abandoning them when they know that they are not abandoning them. I know Harry is passionate. Harry is so passionate about his projects, the Invictus Games, Archwell, even, the Sentebale. And I know people might think, oh, whatever, but I know when it comes to bringing change, making a difference in the world, Harry is very passionate about that. He goes to extreme lengths to just find ways of making a world a better place. And the fact that he's also a father to two amazing, beautiful kids, of course, he wants them to grow in a much better universe. So it must be sad that he's been really trying to, support these kids, make a difference in their lives, just bring change. And now it may be sad because these kids may be like, oh, they're abandoning us, they don't care about us. But that is not that. It's like, we cannot continue. If we continue like this, then this charity is going to go down the hill. And this is not the purpose as to why we started this charity in the first place. So Leroy regards Harry as family. He's a cousin of Ciso and regards Harry as family. Leroy has had one of the few big screen televisions in Lesotho when Harry came to visit during his gap year in 2004. They would go out to the mountains and so on and then come back to my place to be refreshed, watched the rugby and hang out. He said it was during those trips in the very rural, remote areas where the prince took him and he really saw the dire straits and the hard situation that the kids are growing in the area. This makes me, and this is why I love Harry and Meghan so much. I just love them so much because even like people who've worked with them, and don't believe what the tabloid says, people who've actually worked with them, they always come out to say amazing things about this too. Leave the media and these so-called derangers and the experts who claim they know Meghan and Harry more than Harry and Meghan know themselves. People who've worked with Harry, they say they have big hearts, they're kind, they're loving, and they're just amazing human beings. So Harry just was in the mountains, and then to see kids going through that and then find ways in how to help, that just speaks volume of him and his character. So Chandoka began draining Sentebale from within. A source familiar with the matter said that when Chandoka joined the organization, it was in a stable financial position, and over the course of the tenure, that changed. The start of the problem, they said, was the breakdown of a long-standing relationship with a Kiwi funder tied to the annual Polo Cup. While a polo match went ahead last year in Miami, it was not promoted as the Sentebale Cup. Executives started peeling away from the charity, and news filtered around that perhaps things weren't as cozy as they had been. The charity had moved to Africa and was looking at ways to increase fundraising that didn't place the burden solely on Harry. Regular board meetings continued every other month over Zoom, and soon it was clear that there were concerns. There was largely a feeling that the funds were only flowing one way out. Those close to the situation said the money was spent on consultants at a cost of around £500,000, and while they waited for the investment in resources to pay off, the donations failed to come to fruition. And I'm sure this money, the so-called money that Chandoka was paying external consultants to bring in fundraising ideas, I'm sure I will not be shocked. Corruption at its best. It kicked back and it went into her pockets. And let me tell you something, I will not be shocked if Williams Ashot now came in as a partner. I will not be shocked because I have a feeling, and tell me if you guys think the same thing. William and the royal family is behind this. They are behind this. Just wait. If William can go to a show to a man to entertain a show that this man said vile things about, his brother's wife, and he can just go there with no care in the world. Oh, this man is awful. This man is awful. And then Chandoka fundraising scheme never panned out. One former trustees who asked not to be named said, "We were not looking to pivot to fundraising in Africa, but in America." Sophie Chandoka was confident she could produce this. Sadly, she spent money on consultants and her fundraising efforts brought very little success. In December, the most recent partnership deal fell through. At that stage, the board thought to act with a plan to replace the chair. Listen, if I am a chair of a charity organization, because at the end of the day, I want to have the people's interest at heart. I want them to do what's right for them. You'd think she'll be like, okay, I tried my way. Clearly, it was not a good idea to hire external consultants outside. I know sometimes we do things, we're fixated on these certain ideas like, oh, if I do this, it may work. But sometimes it does not work. And you can acknowledge that. A good person will be like, okay, I hear you guys, I'm going to step down. I clearly thought this is a good idea, but turns out the money is not coming in. So let me step in. But what does she do? She runs to the media, or discrimination, or racism, or misogyny, or misogyny, or... That just speaks volume. Because if you had the charity's best interest at heart, you will step down and let someone come in, or people come in, people who are actually going to, build it back, find other ways to make this work. But no, you ran to the media. So they said Leroy also spoke about the Chandauka'S accusatory statement. I look on in horror today at the content of the statement, and the allegations made about misogyny and all of that. I can only say that first of all, professionally in the primary healthcare work I've been doing, I've become very sensitive to those issues of people being discriminated against and so on. I can honestly say in all the meetings that I've been involved in, there has been no hint of such. People have been dealing with each other respectively. Yes, I mean, as there with any human interactions, there will be time when voices are raised or emphasis, or when people feel they're not being heard, there will be voices raised. But there's never been a put down, there's never been a dismissive tone, there's never been, at least not my presence, any of those people being set upon and being made to feel little. I never, not in any single meeting, experienced it. And that's what I'm telling you. She knew if she starts talking about Harry, this thing is going to blow up. They're going to attack Harry, be like, oh, he plays victim, running to the media, racism. Come on now. And mind you, Leroy is black. His princess was. So what is Chandauka'S game plan? How can Sentebale continue to exist without the pieces of the heart of the organization? Leroy doesn't understand Chandauka'S game plan. Given how much the princess put of themselves and their mothers in this. If you think about this, the name Sentebale, the literal translation is forget me not. They clearly named this entirely in memory of both their mothers, who were global mothers, I will say. And for me, I don't understand why it's if somebody takes over, quote unquote, the entity without them, what is that entity in remembrance of? So could there be a world in which Harry and Ciso are able to seize back control of the charity? It's possible. Leroy says they're not adverse to working for the kids. That is their commitment, and that's what they want to see happening. It reminds me of the US saying, we shall overcome. And that's why I keep saying Harry is Harry. Harry is very strong. Sorry, Harry is very strong. He's going to overcome this. And I know at the end of the day, he just wants the best for the kids. He wants to make a difference. He wants to change. This woman is shady. And more stories, the truth is coming up one by one. The truth is unraveling. And I know, let's just be patient. Let's just be patient. She's going to tell on herself, and I can not wait for that. So guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to Trend Talks. I'm Emerald. As always, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share this video. Bye.